let's go on a tour of the garden, see what's in bloom. Right up front in this garden bed, we've got some salvia in bloom, gorgeous purple, abundant blooms. The bees absolutely are all over this on a sunny day. Right now it's a little bit overcast, so it's perfect for filming. This is a salvia start that I just got transplanted into the ground. I'm pretty sure that's salvia. I looked it up on my app, and that's what it said, so we'll go with that. My gorgeous roses here. I'm not sure what variety that is. I think it's, I couldn't tell you, but I have started deadheading those just to try to get the most out of those this season. Got those alliums that you can see. The shortest one is in bloom. The other blooms are already spent. So those are early spring bloomers. Got some grandma grass that I purchased at Menards. Those I think were $5 a piece. That gets really tall and kind of a purplish hue up top. My red chief arborvitae looking spectacular, and dianthus came back. I'm not sure if this is biannual or if the blooms are every year, because last year I did not get blooms. This was, my mom actually gave me a potted plant of this, and so I stuck that in the ground. Everything is staked. I think this gets a little bit taller. Blue fescue coming back looking good after being eaten by some little hungry bunny rabbits. Check out that bachelor button. This I started from seed in January, and I love that there's pink. I had no idea when I started this seed that there would be a pink bloom in there. Look at that. Pink and purple. Great combination. Gotta love it. Boxwoods, they've seen better days, of course, but I've been dealing with that for the last couple of seasons, so I'm not going to get too worked up about that. Goldenrod right here. That's Monarda, also known as bee balm, and that's that volunteer plant, chokeberry, I believe is what it's called. And moving along across the walkway, a couple of Japanese maples I got for $20 at Walmart. They have some nice healthy growth, and they're already staked, so that's why I bought those, and I didn't want to spend $200 to $300 on a Japanese maple. So and I can move those around to see what conditions work. A hydrangea that I just transplanted, propagated that from a cutting. Dusty Miller came back. I was really happy about that because that was kind of on the borderline in our zone of will it or won't it come back. And that's the peony that I planted a couple of weeks ago. Looking really good. Some nice healthy green growth on that. Of course, I'm going to have to wait a while for that to bloom, but that's okay. Heucherella has come back really nicely. Got a little bit of monkey grass or something. Now this is a weed. This is called dock. I need to pull this so it won't spread, but I just wanted to see what it looked like, because sometimes I like weeds. I think they can look pretty. I'm going up here to my front planters. A little bit of some, what is that? Why is the name escaping me? Dahlia. But these are like mini dahlias that I just purchased that at the nursery. Butterfly bush there. Lavender. That's my sad lavender. I hope it will grow. It's a windy day. It has been a really windy couple of days. Got some bachelor button here. Creeping Jenny here. I took from cuttings. I just purchased this at Walmart. This is coleus. And these are my zinnia starts. That's some more coleus. I thought that was really pretty. Back here, some Hydrangea. I'm waiting to see if this lemongrass will come back. We'll see. I'm hopeful, but we'll see. Oh, this is Cuban oregano. Looks like a goner, but I'm also just kind of waiting to give that a chance. Got a little bit of mint growing in a pot. Got some marigold back there, coleus, zinnia, creeping Jenny, of course, bachelor button here. And let's walk around to the other side of the front bed. All right, here we got some yarrow looking gorgeous next to juniper. Blue star juniper, I believe is what it's called. I'm propagating this yarrow because I want more back here. That's my little azalea that's all spent and just tucked away back there. A nice hydrangea growth on this. Really going to have to cut that down next year. Zinnia that I transplanted, and I'm seeing how this will fare compared to the zinnia out front in the planters. See how much taller that gets. And I picked up that little, what's it called? Trellis for free off of my neighborhood's HOA Facebook page. I get a lot of stuff for free off of there. I think this pot is free too. I've got some English ivy because I just love it, and clematis. And of course, with English ivy, you have to keep in mind that it's very aggressive. So unless you want it on a wall taking over your house, which I could easily do, but I don't want to compromise the integrity of the structure with that English ivy. It is really pretty though. I believe it's considered invasive. All right, and here we go. So keeping that in pot is good. Some more allium. And you can see that the foliage on that, not looking the best. Kind of sad, actually. So I believe what a lot of gardening experts tell you to do is to put stuff under it so that it'll kind of disguise and distract from it. That's what I'm trying to achieve here with my Nepeta, my catmint. The one that has more yellow, that's one I just put in the ground recently. Took from cuttings last year, and these two also took from cuttings last year. I put those in the ground, I believe, in the fall. When it was still pretty hot, I had to water them a bunch, but you can see they're looking good. It's still going to be a while before I think we see any of those beautiful purple, blue, or not blue, but purple blooms on those. And over in this side garden bed that I extended, I really need to get some more mulch down here. A lot of it's been washed away. This part of the ground kind of collects water, which is surprising to me. It must have been the way that I excavated it. Excavate, I don't think that's the right word. It must have been the way that maybe I leveled this off or didn't, that we've got some pooling going on, some standing water. Gara's doing okay though. Those are Hydrangea from January. That is phlox that I purchased for $5 off the clearance rack at Lowe's. And those are Russian sage. I absolutely love Russian sage. They'll get really tall. And that, of course, is going to get really big. That's a sea green juniper, I believe is what it's called. So it's nice to get some evergreens in here mixed in with, of course, my deciduous viburnum. And then I've got something growing under the bottom, another tree. I need to get that removed. I've got some rudbeckia, also known as black-eyed Susan. Behind that, a coneflower. I'm hoping that will spread. These are just some bulbs that are spent from early spring. And I've got a little plant start here just tucked over in the corner. It's a variegated shrub. I took it from cuttings at my mom's place. And yeah, it's just kind of chugging along there. I've seen some nice growth. Gets a lot of shade. Got some miscanthus grass coming back looking beautiful. My rose bush is thriving. This is another one that I pruned in January. And then my hydrangeas looking like they're going to be off to the races very soon. Check out all those buds. This is the Quickfire. And I purchased these, of course, on discount. This I'm really excited about because I really need to hide that ugly thing, gas meter. This is called Obedience. Let me get my tripod situated here. This is called Obedience, and it is anything but, let me tell you, but in a good way. This will get so tall, and I took this from cuttings, also from my mom's garden. She lives really close to me, and whoever did the gardening before her, I mean, just used so many native plants. This is native. At our local arboretum here in Boone County, we have this plant, and it gets really tall. The bees love it, and it's just a beautiful purple bloom, and this spreads by rhizome, so I'm hoping that this will spread throughout this area. Of course, I may put some stuff in the front here too, but that's for another day. Over here, I've got some Hydrangea. I started from seed in January. The ants are all over that foliage. I don't know why. And then here's my little winter sow corner. I just kind of did this as an experiment. First off, these are some volunteer maple trees from my maple out front. There's some seedlings. I just decided to stick those in a pot and see what happens. And then those are weeds I need to pull. Weed alert. Shasta daisy, I believe. I don't know why the leaves are red like that. I don't know if that's a vitamin deficiency or what. And then that, I'm not sure what that is actually. Did I label it? Let's see. I think the label might have come off. Thought I labeled it. Well, anyway, that's why getting a good labeling system is good. This is lavender that has done absolutely nothing for me in there. And let's go in the backyard. All right, this veg plot is already getting weedy, as you can see. I'm going to be busy this weekend, I think, if the weather allows. I've got some strawberry back there. As you can see, it has jumped its little quadrant. I've also got some spinach in here, a bunch of weeds, and tomato plants. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. And you all are familiar with my hardening off corner where I've got my little baby plants out here just doing their thing, trying to get used to the environment, the outside environment. A lot of these I started either from propagated cuttings last summer, in the heat of summer, overwintered, they came back, and the growth is just gorgeous on some of these. And then some of these I also started from seed, like delphinium. I'm very excited that this is actually sprouted and growing. I just think this is a gorgeous plant, and it's given me a challenge in the past to actually get that to germinate. So I'm really happy about that. And just look at this beautiful pink. A nice sign of what's to come this summer from these gorgeous beauties. I just love them. They don't smell. That's interesting. I guess I get a little spoiled by the roses out front and their amazing scent. It's another hydrangea. Snapdragons looking gorge. It looks like I need to pinch these, maybe. Sometimes it's hard to tell if I've already pinched them or not. Hydrangea. This is what I'm so excited about. I like the broad flat leaf here. These just look like thistle. They're really pretty. This is I believe it's the Blue Globe variety. It's sea holly is what it's known by. It gets really tall and it just adds so much interest to your garden. And it is, some varieties are native locally here. I don't think the one that I started from seed is, unfortunately. I'm trying to get there, guys. I'm trying to do more natives. It's a process. It's a learning curve for sure. These seedlings, I've got zinnia here. I've got, again, I don't have a great system of labeling. So a lot of times I'm just like trying to guess. I know I planted some coleus up in here. Maybe this is it. Dear sweet coleus. And some other stuff. So we will see. It'll be like a surprising thing. I do know this one though. It says, I love you. That is my kiddo. I believe she said it's orange flowers, so we'll see. I wanted to close out of the video by showing off this gorgeous Hydrangea quercifolia, also known as oak leaf hydrangea. That is because, as I understand, the foliage on this, the leaves of this hydrangea shrub are shaped like an oak leaf, and they're huge. They're literally the size of my palm. Starting to see some nice growth on this. Purchased last summer when it was looking a little shabby and worse for wear. These blooms, though, are looking really healthy and nice. I wanted to show off this shrub in particular in my backyard because this is native to North America. So, you know, depending on what kind of hydrangea you get, it's not all going to be native. You can feel good about the fact that you are planting with natives because it has a huge ecological benefit for birds, for insects, for the worms. So anything you can do to increase your stock of native plants is definitely a good thing. This thing has really taken off in size. I'm actually considering purchasing a couple more of these, or perhaps propagating this one. I think I'll try that this year. I'm hoping I can just take it from cuttings and that'll work successfully. Of course, it's always good and advantageous if you can plant shrubs that are all the same size going in, because of course as they age they can all look uniform in appearance. Thank you guys for watching my garden tour video. It's a cool end of May, I will say, going into June on a very cool note, but just trying to enjoy it. Have a great, safe Memorial Day weekend. Catch you guys later.